Good morning, guys. This is Nate Feldman with Feldman's Lawn and Landscape. It's an exciting day for the company and the channel. We finally get to demo the Scag V-Ride 2. A big thank you to HR Dill Sales and Service located in Hamburg, New York. They finally got the demo in from Scag, and they called me and they're like, all right, take it when you want it. So here we are. We're gonna mow with it today and tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that. When we've demoed other mowers in the past, some companies have said, oh, you can only use it for 3 or 4 hours, or got to get it back to us by the end of the day. But thankfully, HR Dills and Kevin over there, they were nice enough to let us borrow it for a few days to get a lot of experience out of it. So I've heard nothing but great things about the Scag decks and about just how they operate in general. So I am very, very excited to actually get to see the quality for myself and get all the guys' feedback on it. So stick around. This is going to be a great video. Really excited, and who knows, the fleet could turn orange if we really like them. So anyway, we'll go over some specs and just a couple things to know about this V-Ride that we're going to be demoing, and then we'll get you some footage of us actually using it and then the boys' feedback. So just stick around, and it's going to be a great video. All right, here we go. Let's quickly go over a few of the specs, a few of my initial thoughts, and then we'll get to mowing. So first, the piece de resistance on a Scag mower. You got the Velocity deck. I've never actually been able to use one before, so I'm really excited to see how it holds up against our northeast, thicker Kentucky bluegrass. We've been getting a lot of rain recently, so the grass is thick, it's getting long. The lawns are starting to turn emerald green again, so I'm really excited to see how this deck does. I have nothing but really high expectations for it. It's a 52. We run a lot of 52s. That's kind of my sweet spot on the deck size, so I'm excited to see how that works. Right here, we've got a 25 horsepower Kohler engine. It's an EFI, so no choke on it. I'm excited to see how this works. I'm typically a Kawasaki guy, but for today, I'm excited to see how this works. I've already whipped around the parking lot with it, and when I picked it up yesterday from Breyer over at HR Dill Sales and Service located in Hamburg, New York, check them out if you haven't before. They're wonderful, their staff is incredible, and Kevin's gonna take care of you. So just gotta do a quick plug for him. This engine was really quick. I noticed that it was about as fast as our Toro Grandstand, which is a really quick unit. So in terms of speed, it's a 25 horsepower. I know everybody's like, oh, get the 30, 35, 40 horsepower. Honestly, I'm not too picky on that. This 25 horsepower Kohler engine seems like it would do just fine, honestly, with the speed that I was messing with today. Quickly, let's look at the deck lift. I like the deck lift for the most part initially. It's pretty snazzy. It's like chrome. I don't know, it just looks like it's built with quality. I like that. Also, Scag, I believe their headquarters and their facilities is located in Wisconsin, so if you buy a Scag, it's made in America, baby. It's made in America. Why not? That's honestly the dream right there. Also, when looking at mowers, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because the price of, I hate to say it, but these Toro mowers that I've kind of fallen in love with, they've just kind of gone through the roof, and from everything I've been hearing, it could be because of the tariffs, it could be because of parts, but with these, these Skags, they're made in America, so the tariffs don't really mess with them too much. I'm not trying to get political here, but I've noticed that the price of this Scag V-Ride 2, as opposed to a Grandstand or other units that might have parts coming in from, outside of America, it's considerably cheaper, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cheaper if you're looking at the MSRP price on that. So just throwing that out there, that's a big reason why I'm looking at different mowers is price point. But anyway, this deck lift, just press the button up top, you put it down. It's, I would say it's about on par with the Bobcat deck lift, with some of our other deck lifts. It's a little heavy, but honestly, it is what it is. How many times are you adjusting the deck in the day? What, 10, 20 times? It's not a huge deal. I think it's built sturdy. I'd rather have something built quality, sturdy, built really well, than have it be super light and break all the time. So just my 2 cents. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the handles. I am really a big fan of these handles. It reminds me a bit of a Wright. It's not a quad handle system, but the safety function for the blades is in the pad, what you stand on. It is not in the handles like the Grandstand, like the Toro Grandstands that we run. When you take your hands off the Grandstand and you're trying to move a branch from under a tree, you have to use one hand to keep both levers down because one sticks up. If that one sticks up, if you let off it for like 2 or 3 seconds, the blades will cut out on you. Not a big deal, a little annoying, but this is nice because if you're whipping around and you need to move things out of your way, the blades aren't gonna cut out on you. It's not gonna cut out unless you hop off the pad, which personally I think is a better system. So I'm really excited about that. This is a nitpicky, nitty-gritty right off the bat, but with the Scag Jackal that we have, I'm a huge fan of the little interface system on top, which tells you the hours, the oil pressure, all of that. So it's kind of like your little gauge cluster. I really like how it's set up. It just looks cool, but that's neither here nor there. The parking brake, easy to maneuver. I like the pad. I'm a big fan of the pad. It bolsters out. It feels like it's really well made. It's squishy, so I feel like I could stand on this mower for 10, 11, 12 hours a day, and it would be really, really comfy. Also, there's a lot of spring. There's a lot of spring in this pad. So guys, initially, build quality, what I'm seeing, I really like it. I'm excited. I've heard nothing but great things about these Scag units, and so far, I'm genuinely impressed. So let's get out there and let's mow some grass and see what the guys think. Let's do it! Hey Dan, what time is it supposed to rain tonight?
6, 7.
Jack.
Yes.
What'd you think? Pros and cons about the Scag V-Ride 2?
So far, I really like it. The cut quality is really good. I like how it feels really nimble.
Yeah.
It definitely goes faster backwards than like our other motors, like the grandstand.
Yeah.
And yeah, feels like the turning's a lot more responsive.
Okay.
What else do I like? I like the handles. You don't have to keep them pushed down. You can lift your hands a little bit when you're turning. One con, I mean, just being a taller guy, it's a little shorter of a mower, but
yeah, so just putting it out there, you're like 6'4", 6'5".
yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely take a look in the footage of you mowing, but I could definitely tell that it's like a longer ways down to the handles for you. So not that you're like hunching over for it, but it's, you know, further down than maybe some of our other mowers.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. But overall, pretty good?
Pretty good, yeah.
All right. So in comparison with the Bobcat mower, which one do you prefer?
I think I prefer the Scag.
All right. Well, that's good. Okay, so a rating out of 10, 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. What would you rate the Scag?
I'll give it a 9.4.
9.4? Yeah. All right. That's a good score.
That's a good score.
I gotta say, the Scag has definitely been impressing. So I appreciate your thoughts, Jack. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Sawyer!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. So, how'd you like the Scag, the V-Ride 2? Things you liked, things you didn't like?
I liked it a lot. It was a very smooth ride. My favorite thing is probably the cut quality. The cut quality is there. You know, you're gonna get a real clean finish on whatever lawn you're doing, and it just looks really good. And that was one of the things that really stood out to me.
So, like, we were cutting some pretty thick grass now that it's been raining a bunch. How'd you notice, did we need to do a lot of double cuts, or?
No, not a lot of double cutting. I think only just 1 or 2. It was able to handle the clumps and the wetness really well, and
good disbursement?
Good disbursement. Didn't really have a problem with that. There's only 1 or 2 things that I'm not a huge fan of, but that's just more of a personal thing.
Okay.
Just being my height, around 6'3".
He's honestly 6'4", 6'5". Don't let him fool you.
Standing on it kind of feels at some points like I'm gonna lean over and kind of fall over, just because, you know, leg pad kind of stops pretty low on me.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the handles are a little lower.
Yeah, the handles are a little lower, but like I said, that's kind of a personal issue. Not everyone's my height, so.
Okay. And that could be because the pad is like.
Yeah.
Did you notice it was super squishy?
It was.
Like when you're like, you could like jump on it and it's like a trampoline.
Yeah.
Could be because it's like a crazy suspension. But I saw that with you and your brother. You guys were looking real tall on that thing.
So there was that, but like I said, personal, not, you know, gonna be a huge thing. And then the deck, adjusting the deck height was a little bit heavy with just the way you have to pull the handle, but overall, I'm gonna rate it 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10.
And if I had to choose between the Bobcat or the Scag, I'm gonna go with the Scag.
Oh, here we go, folks. These are the hard-hitting facts that we need. I appreciate it, Sawyer. Thanks for everything, and hey, have a good Friday of mowing.
Hey, thanks, man. You too.
Sounds good. All right, Danny.
Good morning.
What did you like and what didn't you like about the Scag V-Ride 2?
The controls were a little stiff, took a little getting used to, but small turns are easy to do, so that was nice. The cut quality was fantastic. Say the deck is kind of low. I know the tall guys had to reach down. I had to use a lot of shoulder kind of to work that. Tough on old shoulders. The only other thing that I would say is when you're carrying other equipment, of trying to ride up to a house and carry a weed whacker with me, there's no easy way to do that. So overall, I thought it's what you want in a mower. That's the cut quality.
Mm-hmm.
I got used to it quickly, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So what you were talking about with like carrying a weed whacker with you, like for say on our grandstand, you could take the weed whacker and you can prop it up kind of close to the wheels in the front and just like rest it somewhere so you can drive all over the place. But with the V-Ride, you couldn't do that. There was nowhere to prop it.
Right.
Understood. Okay. And then would you say like with handling, I heard you guys say yesterday that like backing up and just maneuvering with the V-Ride was awesome compared to the grandstand, because when you reverse with a grandstand, it's pretty slow. So would you say handling is better or worse for the Scag V-Ride versus the grandstand?
Once you get used to it, I really like the handling.
Okay. So of the V-Ride.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So out of 10, what would you give the Scag?
I would give it a good 8.5.
All right. Good 8.5. I like it, Dan. And then if you had to choose, if we were to get a couple mowers early next year, would you rather us get the Bobcat stand-on mower, or would you rather us get the Scag V-Ride 2s?
I would get used to that Scag in a hurry.
Well, all right, folks, you heard it here first. He'd pick up the Scag. I like that. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, so we got to play with the Scag, as you saw. Everybody was really impressed. The cut quality with the Velocity deck, I had high expectations, and they were met with flying colors. The only negative that I feel like anybody had about this was that the deck handle might have been a little too heavy, and personally, when you want to put it back up, sometimes it doesn't catch. So I wonder if it's just the button up top. But other than that, an absolutely wonderful mower experience. The cut, incredible. I would say that this is either exactly on par or maybe even a little bit better than the Toro Grandstand or the Toro 2000 series. I'm just comparing it with 52-inch decks. We all loved it. We all absolutely loved it. The ride quality, that surprised me. I loved how this rode. I'm not 6'5" like Sawyer or Jack. I am 6'1", and I feel like this is a very comfortable cutting position. I really like that. And the pad back here, this nice brown leather pad, so comfy to lean your thighs up against, and it has nice bolsters on the side too, so when you're using hills, you can lean on it. I really like that too. Most importantly, when you are handling, like where you put your hands, I love that there isn't a bar that folds up like that. So if we are, mowing under trees and I have to move branches, if I have to take both my hands off to move things out of the way, which you have to do, the blades don't cut out on you. The safety is in this foot pedestal, this foot pad. Also, super squishy. Like, I love that. That suspension is great. So if you hit a big bump, it's not gonna jack your back up. I have nothing but positive things to say about this mower. I really, really enjoyed it. We put probably 8 hours on it in the past 2 days or so. So we really enjoyed it. You saw in the video, I have a feeling that we're going to be buying a couple of these in the spring, because I said between the Bobcat or the Scag, everybody on my team said I'd rather go with the Scag, so that was really great to hear. And honestly, I feel the same way. If I were to give this mower out of 10 a score, I would give it a 9.8. A 9.8. It doesn't get the 0.2 of a point, because if they can fix this, maybe make it just slightly easier to pull up and down for, you know, some older guys on the crew, or even just, you know, at the end of a 12-hour day, you don't want to be kind of throwing your weight into it. And if you can fix this button up top so it catches every time, money. But that is so nitpicky. Everything else is wonderful. We absolutely love this mower. If I had to choose just based off of performance and ride quality, I would choose the Scag V-Ride over the Bobcat stand-on. I would choose it over the right LG that we tried in October of last year. Honestly, even like throwing the price point in there and the value for dollar, what you get out of each mower, I would definitely purchase this over a Toro Grandstand, and you know how much I love those Toro Grandstands too. Performance, spec for spec, this mower has impressed me so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you have any other questions or you want us to try any other mowers, please leave me a comment and I will make future mower demos, equipment demo based off of things that you throw at me. That way I know what you want to see. Thank you again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And I will see you on the next video. All right, guys, have a good weekend. See you later.